Hello, and welcome to Too Many Movies, the podcast where we discuss DVDs, Blu-rays, and even the occasional VHS tape. My name is Wicket the Ewok, and today I am joined by my fellow Ewoks. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Fuck you, I'm not an Ewok. Fuck you.
So like I said, that's Princess Nisa.
Shut up!
Not in a very good mood right now, as you can see.
I am going to kill you with my goddamn mind.
And
I'm killing you with my mind.
How about we let our other Ewok introduce himself?
Can I be the black Ewok?
Is that fucking blackface, dude?
I'm rubbing my hands evilly while I ask that question.
I mean, regular listeners need no introduction. I'm Yinsed, and with us today we have Huff and Citizen Hal, who is not the host of the podcast anymore. I'm taking over.
Well, just for this episode.
Oh, no. You misunderstand. I've already got the password to your Gmail account. We're going to need to make some edits to the...
You have my password, Yinsed Sucks 1998?
I thought it was 1967.
No, that's the password for my Letterboxd account. Oh, wait. Shit.
So, this is actually, for those of you who are unaware, a do-over or re-review, whatever you want to call it. Because
regardless, it's deja vu, because we've been here before, unfortunately.
These games before! I've played these games before!
Yes, and by we, I mean the two of them, because I have yet to give my hot takes about these Ewok movies.
Your wrong takes.
Nope, not even close.
Yeah, that's right, folks. We're doing the Ewoks again.
Yep,
all right.
The Ewoks again.
Ewoks again. Ugh.
Why don't you two kick things off? And refresh the audience on what your opinion on these movies are.
Well, a couple of years ago, I had the brilliant idea when I found this Ewok DVD in Bull Moose, and I thought, hey, Puff, let's do an Ewok episode. We did the episode. We had a laugh and wanted to kill ourselves. And then I decided, hey, I'll give this DVD to Puff. And then I forgot to, and it's just been sitting like separate from the collection of movies that have actually been chosen to be part of the collection. It's kind of just been in purgatory. It's been in Too Many Movies purgatory, where I keep it separate because we've already done an episode on it, but I haven't added it to the collection because I keep forgetting to send it to Puff. But of course, then Star Wars Summer, the summer of Star Wars, came up, and it's like, well, might as well do it again because we might as well. It's a Star Wars thing, these two Ewok movies. You know what? Listen, I'll be fair. I was willing to give them another shot. It's been 3 years since I last watched them. It's been a while since episode 45, the Ewok duology. I thought maybe I was harsh. Maybe I was too mean-spirited. I was a little gremlin back then as opposed to the big gremlin I am now. Maybe these movies they're not. All this setup for it, they're not. They still suck. I hate these fucking movies. I want to burn this DVD now. I don't even want to send it to Puff anymore. I want to fucking throw it in the fires of hell. And
well, now see, that's where I forgot to mention the stakes are a little bit higher this time, because after so much time and me now having seen the movies, being the Ewok head that I am, I thought to myself, Puff, you're also a hater. Why should you be the one that gets to hold on to these DVDs? They deserve to be in a loving.
I am the proud owner of ironic trash, as in I know it's trash and dog shit, but I will own it because I think it's funny. Do you want me to send you hip hop alpha bop hip hopping rhymes to help your children read? Because no, that's mine. I'm keeping that shit. I love owning ridiculous shit. I was once at a thrift store, and I saw a CD that was called Menopause the Musical, and I nearly got it. But at the same time, at that same store was Hip Hop Alpha Bop, Hip Hop and Rhymes to help your children read. and Crazy Frog. So obviously I had to make my decision, and I chose Hip Hop Alpha Bop and Crazy Frog because Crazy Frog is one of the greatest artists of our generation. I'm not joking. But so I like owning weird shit that's super niche that maybe no one has heard of that are obviously really dog shit and bad because you know what? It's fucking funny. It's like owning a bunch of big boobied anime titty figures. It's like funny to have them.
Yeah, haha, it's a joke.
It's
Haha, yeah. It's ironic, you guys.
It is for me. It's moe when girls do it. When guys do it, it's gross.
Yeah, I was about to say, because if we're talking about figurines, there's a certain character who I shall remain nameless. If I were to get a figurine of her, a big boobied figurine of her, you would judge me, and that would make you a
because
hypocrite.
Yeah, we would judge you then, as opposed to us not judging you now. This is what you're saying.
Like, because again, it's moe when girls do it. It's ill when guys do it.
When guys do it, it's bro-a.
Yeah. Anyways, remind me what happens in these movies again.
Oh, you don't even remember.
What?
Hold on.
No, I do. No, I do.
Listen.
No, I do.
You don't even remember.
Mr. Ewok Shooter himself.
Let us recap.
Mm-hmm.
Let
us.
You're gonna pull up the Wikipedia. You don't remember shit from those movies.
Let
I will
us.
say it right now.
Let us in tomatoes.
No, I know the basic plot. So the basic idea, I know the opening. It starts out with the narration from Burl Ives.
Mm-hmm. Sam the Snowman.
Yeah, the guy who sings all the Christmas songs.
Yep.
Yeah, good songs. And there's the narration, and it follows with he's narrating over Deej.
That is what narration does. They follow the actions of the characters that don't speak English.
Yeah, so Deej, he's the elder Ewok.
And
then it's Wicket, and the Ewok that dies, Chukatop.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're spoiling it early on, huh?
There's an Ewok that dies. Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot.
Oops,
I forgot that there was an Ewok that dies in that movie.
Puff, your review, because you said, like, I've seen this movie so many times, I forget there's an Ewok that dies, and I had just watched it, like, the night before you had watched it, and I'm like, an Ewok dies in this movie? And I just watched it! These movies are so forgettable.
How many times have y'all both seen these movies at this point?
I've seen these movies at least like both of them 4 times.
Yeah.
I think I've seen Caravan of Courage maybe once. Actually, no, because I never showed like the Wheel Knight group Caravan of Courage.
No, you showed us Battle of Endor. Yeah,
because Battle of Endor is at least funny bad at times, while Caravan of Courage is just boring as shit. But in the other server that I'm in, Yinsed was pestering me, so I put on Caravan of Courage to show, like, oh no, the Ewok movies are actually that bad. And no, because he loves his baby slop, his bad baby slop, he actually liked it because that means he could rage bait me.
It's what's the term? It's like you buy something and then you sort of regret it, but you don't want to admit you regret it because like. Shopper's remorse, I think that's what it is.
Maybe something like that.
He's
too far in.
Yeah, he's too far in.
Fallacy.
Yeah.
So
he's too far in to admit that it's baby slop.
Yeah. No, you guys, you're the baby slop.
You're gonna be so seated for the Coco Bella movie next year. You're so excited. You're gonna be making thirst posts about the mall.
No. Well, it depends on how much she weighs. Wait, well, never mind. I'm just kidding. Cut that out. You cut that out of the final cut, Hal, okay?
I don't edit this. Remember, I'm not in charge.
So, yeah, the basic plot of these movies, it is the girl, Sindel, I remember her name, and her brother, Mace.
Mace Windu.
They crash on Endor.
Forest Moon of Endor.
The entire thing is them kind of just dicking around with the Ewoks until they find their parents, and nothing really happens.
Whoa, you admit it! He admits it! Nothing happened!
Let me explain. You didn't let me finish.
Oh, it sounded like you were finished.
What I will say is, after watching both of these movies, Caravan of Courage, which was the one I just explained the plot for, and Battle for Endor, which I guess we'll get to later because that's a whole other thing. The Ewoks themselves, I will defend to my dying breath.
They're terrifying.
I don't
Don't
understand.
look good from the, like,
They were
I don't know.
You know, because it feels like when I looked into what the backlash for the Ewoks were in general after the Return of the Jedi came out, the general consensus of the Ewok antis, as you may call them, is that they make it that they bring too much levity and lightheartedness to what's supposed to be a serious story. And it's kind of a similar thing to Kung Fu Panda 3, where it's like the more lighthearted tone need not necessarily be a bad thing. Like, I don't necessarily...
I don't mind them. Oh, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. I do not mind the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi. I do mind them in this movie because this movie is just written. These movies are just written poorly, boringly, and are like, even babies don't deserve slop that bad. Like, I'm sorry, like, not even iPad babies. Like, if I saw a mom showing this to their kid on like an iPad, I would smash the iPad for the sake of the child.
I'd smash it over the kid's head.
Well, good thing
over the mom's head. The kid doesn't deserve anything.
Over the mom's ogre head, yeah. While you're in the middle of McDonald's, yeah.
Well, exactly. Good thing you're not on my Tomodachi Life Island, because when
you're gonna have an iPad baby.
Yeah, no. When me and
hello CPA.
Me and the animated character that shall remain nameless, my me of her, because we're married on the island. When we have our baby, I am going to give them an item that is Ewok Caravan of Courage.
I hope you never have children in real life. I would feel so sorry for them.
We are raising our daughter right, okay?
Listen,
we have to make sure that she...
I agree with Puff. I don't hate the Ewoks in general either, because like I recently rewatched Return of the Jedi, great movie, and yeah, I'm not bothered by the Ewoks in that movie. It's like, yeah, it's a planet full of teddy bear warriors that is pretty fucking, lame on paper, but like in practice it's fine.
Yeah, like it works.
Yeah,
but when they're forced to carry their own movie, especially when there's no translation for their dialogue that actually gives you any kind of emotional depth, no articulations on the face that could give them any kind of emotional depth.
Yeah. Just the creepy eyes.
The creepy eyes, and then like the teeth that are like always showing for some reason with these specific costumes. And also like the fact that none of the human characters are interesting either. Like
not a single one.
I mentioned in the last episode that when basically everybody but Sindel dies in Battle of Endor at the very beginning, I was cheering because it was the most entertainment that I had after suffering through the first movie. I was like, yes, kill!
Well, yeah, I guess now that we're getting into Battle of Endor, if we're talking about my constructive criticism.
I mean, these two movies just blend together. We could go back and forth between them. It really doesn't matter. Like they just blend together.
They have nothing of real substance. So except for Diabetes Man.
Diabetes Man is in Battle of Endor. I do know that.
Yeah, killing off Sindel's entire family in the opening.
It's very funny.
It's very funny. It also just feels like a weirdly out of place dramatic turn plot development that doesn't really feel like it's given the emotional weight that it should, because it wants to sort of keep that lighthearted tone of, we're just kind of vibing with the Ewoks.
The Ewok that died in the first movie because it did the same thing.
Yeah.
That these movies try to be like dramatic and actually have character deaths, but they don't want to let the children cry, so they don't mean anything, even though those deaths are permanent.
Yeah.
Like these characters do not come back, but it doesn't feel that way. They don't let any of it hit emotionally or have any real emotional reaction to it. Especially because like Cindel's just, I feel bad because she's a child, and I'm not gonna like shit on child acting too heavily.
No, it doesn't matter.
Again, baby, but like she can't carry that performance on her own. The way she just can't.
Wicked. And honestly, my parents are dead.
Yeah, like. Or the part where she's singing the lullaby and literally every note is off.
Oh, dude. That part I forgot about. Where she sings the lullaby to Noah, and she's just like, I don't even remember the lyrics, but she's just like, "Star so bright, wicked. I am little girl singing in Star Wars." It's like, oh, no wonder this girl didn't go any places.
It's literally like every single note is off tone.
Other than those? Has she acted in anything?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think we looked, and I don't think she did anything else.
No, I mean, yeah. See, I can kind of understand killing off the parents at the beginning of Battle of Endor because they barely play a part in the original. Insane. Yeah, Mace, and they do it off screen. He's just like, go get Dad, and then he goes into a hut, and then they just explode the hut, and it's like, oh. Okay, I guess he's out of the movie. I always wondered that. Like, why? Did he not want to do it? Or did they get ratings back from the first movie and thought, sorry, Mace, you're no longer in the movie anymore because nobody likes you?
Yeah, or did they just want to focus on, like, Sindel and, like, Wicket's relationship, and then that was just, like, a convenient way to get Mace out of that picture, which, I mean, would be weird as hell, but, like... I don't
know either because like
did they just not know what to do with his character?
I mean, look, clearly I don't even know if we ever confirmed this, but we always just assumed these kids were just in the movie because they were like related to somebody's producer, like they're the children of some high-ranking producer in Hollywood. Because I mean, their performances do not scream that they auditioned for these roles. They were like, "Oh, we get to be in a Star Wars thing. Let's be in a Star Wars thing." And then they probably... there's so many different variations you can go with, like, theorizing. My theory is that, okay, Mace wanted to be in that movie because he's like, oh, I get to be, you know, every little boy's dream in the early 80s. I get to be in a Star Wars movie, and I get to be one of the main characters. He hated it, probably got bullied for it because the movie sucks. It's a fucking Ewok movie. And so then when the second one came around, he's just like, I don't want to continue the bullying, just kill me off. Like,
yeah, it sucks, but it's also unfortunately how Star Wars fans are, because they always be bullying. Even in like the main Star Wars movies, they always be like harassing actors when they voice or play characters they don't like, which is shitty. But at the same time, yeah, the performance, none of the human performances really are that good.
Which stinks because there's some good human actors in these movies. You got Diabetes Man. All right, that's it.
We do have Warwick Davis who.
Oh yeah, we do have Warwick.
Yeah, but that's because he's like, you know, he's always been Wicket. Like that's his role.
He's always been Wicket, and I mean, he didn't really do anything necessarily spectacular as Wicket, like. So like
he does have like one of the top 10 best scenes in all of Star Wars in that conversation with
yeah, you're right, where he says Kush.
Yeah, where he says Kush, furries.
No, when he says furries.
Yeah, they're just saying Kush and furries. It's just like, oh, this is a disgusting movie.
Representation matters. I'm just saying, Hal. Star Wars is all about inclusivity and diversity. This is why.
Well, I hate representation. This is why I hate these movies. No, but like, I mean, because then you get like other actors, because the other actors have been in other stuff, like the witch lady. I think she was in the David Lynch Dune. I don't remember what she plays, but like I remember seeing that and being like, oh, look at that.
That's a tough question because they're the one who's obsessed with Dune. Can you confirm that for us as the Dune expert?
My assumption, I'm gonna look it up on Letterboxd if Letterboxd decides to fucking load.
Yeah, fucking Letterboxd.
But from her face build, I am thinking she was the Reverend Mother.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. There's also the main villain who gets burned up in Battle of Endor. Remember, like he's just like, give me the ring, and he like takes, or like, no, what happens? Like somebody shoots the ring and he burns alive. Yeah, he's like, that's the thing with both of these movies. If not for the Ewoks, I feel like a good chunk of these movies, they don't even register as Star Wars to me.
They don't. They're like literally just like standard fantasy fare.
Yeah, and especially that second
Star
one.
Star Wars never. Yeah, the fucking random castle.
It's just a castle.
I know I had I remember several years back I had a conspiracy theory that it was like leftover from Willow. I'm not sure if it's actually something that was used for like the movie Willow or not, but like it's still like the conspiracy theory in the back of my mind just because I can't think of any fucking reason why there would be a castle on Endor.
Yeah, and then there's like a spider in the fucking first one. You know, they go into a cave and there's just a bunch of spiders there. Like, spiders in Star Wars. Like, yeah, I guess you get Admiral Trench, but that's a spider person, not like a literal spider.
Remember the fucking goat?
Oh, yeah, there's just literal animals. Like, yeah, that really pisses me off because, that's Star Wars, you don't have normal animals, and yet they just have horses and goats on the forest moon of Endor. It's like, this isn't Star Wars. You're kind of this is just a standard fantasy movie. Yeah, again, if it was standard,
Ewok did it.
Right?
Yeah,
it doesn't really.
It's very frustrating too because it doesn't really fit into the timeline at all. Like you could say, oh, it happens in between 5 and 6, but like it doesn't feel like it does.
No.
Like there are things that like happen in it, or there's like no mention of anything happening on the outside that would like lean into it being like a mid like a midquel, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. Throw a stormtrooper in there or something. Don't just leave it to just the Ewoks.
I mean, to be fair,
because if they did actually throw some stormtroopers, because they already had like some bases on Endor at that point. Like, I'm not saying Rogue One, but with Ewoks, but something, you know.
Something other than just Ewoks. Because, then you have the ring in the second movie, and it's like, oh, this witch, she's using her dark power. It's like, so the Force? What is this?
Like, I don't know what George Lucas was thinking with those ones. Like, I know he didn't write the full script, but he did write the stories.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm left.
He had his approval on it.
I know the man has done things like the Star Wars Holiday Special, but at least the Star Wars Holiday Special is actually funny.
Yeah. You know what we needed was a couple of Gungans in this movie.
Yeah.
This is the part where Jar Jar comes in and he shoots Wicket in the head. Oh, that's not good for the children. We'll just kill off the parents then. But someday, in the third Ewok movie, we'll introduce the Gungas.
Yeah.
Sorry, Yinsed, you were saying something?
Nah, basically that I sort of agree. It doesn't really feel like, it doesn't have a lot of the elements. Because one of the things about Star Wars in general that's really cool is their unique non-human characters and creature designs. And you can very much tell with the lower budget when, again, you have, like you said, regular goats.
Regular
spiders.
Horses.
Yeah, horses, all that shit. It's like, again, you can very much tell that it was lower budget. And it feels like less like a galaxy far, far away and more like Earth, but with Ewoks, which is not how you should feel when you're watching a Star Wars film. And I think that's one reason why I think I can give the edge with Battle for Endor is that with a lot of the monsters they fight and Noah's pets, teak.
Teak.
That's when it's like you have those unique designs.
I mean, I feel like Teak is the only one because like the other guys just look like any kind of orcs and goblins that you'd see in any kind of fantasy fair.
Yeah, like,
that is true.
Yeah, literally just orc is the best way to describe like the main villains. Yeah, they're just like orcs that you could find in literally any other sci-fi fantasy. It wouldn't have to be just like standard fantasy, like whatever, like Deathstalker or Wizards of the Lost Kingdom. I'm just naming movies that I've saw talked about on Mystery Science Theater 3000 or Red Letter Media. You know, you get a couple of those every once in a while. But like you can still do sci-fi fantasy. It's just this has Star Wars branding on it.
You could say that Star Wars is a sci-fi fantasy.
It literally is.
In any regard.
It is.
It is in every regard. But at this point, Star Wars, I mean, especially at this point in current year, but even back in 84, 85, when these movies were coming out, I feel like there was an understanding that Star Wars, yes, is sci-fi fantasy, but it was kind of a level above where there is a certain branding to it where you can't just slap the Star Wars logo on some random sci-fi fantasy bullshit and be like, it's Star Wars now. It's like, it's a little bit more than that.
There's a lot of thought they went into the world building of Star Wars that I feel like a lot of sci-fi fantasy don't really like do because they're kind of borrowing more from like stock tropes. And while Star Wars does like do borrow to some regards, it also elaborates and builds upon further.
Yeah. And again, you don't have to throw in a stormtrooper to satisfy our Star Wars itch. Andor started off with, being very vague with how it would, introduce little Star Wars tropes. You didn't see a stormtrooper in Andor until like episode 4, I think. But like Andor, I can't believe I'm comparing Ewoks to Andor, but Andor was, written better. So it's like, you don't need a stormtrooper to satisfy us. This is Ewok baby slop. Give me stormtrooper, give me lightsaber.
Like if this is something for children.
Yeah,
really the closest thing that we get to that is the fact that Mace wears a Resistance pilot uniform.
Yeah, the orange. The Luke Skywalker orange the fighter pilot X-wing suit. Yeah, that's, again, I think that was the kid just being like, oh, I get to be in a Star Wars movie. I want to dress like my hero, Luke Skywalker. And it's like, okay, here you go.
I don't know how much of it is like the kid and how much of it was just not thinking.
I know, but it probably blurs the line because, I mean, every boy's fantasy back in the early 80s must have been to be in a Star Wars movie. But also, it's also being written by committees and George Lucas being like, all right, you're going to put on this orange suit. So yeah, I think it's a little bit of both, but I do put a lot of the blame on the studio and the writers and Mr. Lucas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like that's the thing. Like I'm not going to shit on the child actors on this.
No.
For being like excited to be in a Star Wars movie because that's every child's dream probably is to be in a Star Wars movie to some extent, especially during that time. I am going to shit on everybody else involved for making that movie a shitty one.
Sorry, kid. I guess we couldn't make you a good character.
We're not repeating the mistakes of the past with Anakin Skywalker.
This time we're gonna make Mace a black man in the prequels.
Yeah, that is something. Like, is Mace a common name? Do you think that George Lucas was just like, I kind of used that name up on a bad thing. Let's.
I fully believe in the Mace name. It's gonna be Mace Windu, the greatest Samuel L. Jackson performance we've ever seen.
Yeah. Honestly, with me, I just wish the Ewoks were quirkier because they downplay a lot of their quirkiness that's present in Return of the Jedi. With all their little trinkets, the unique.
Yeah, I feel like they're more. I feel like they feel as though the quirkiness comes from their language, where they're just going like yub nub, jub jub, kush kush, and that's where the quirkiness ends. You're so right. Yeah, because we don't get a lot of Ewok shenanigans. We just get Ewoks saying.
We don't even really
jargon.
Get Ewok lore building at all. You feel like you would get a lot more world building with their life society.
Yeah, they have.
Maybe the cartoon does that.
Maybe the cartoon.
Because there is a cartoon, but don't think I could stand actually watching.
I have a
don't.
bunch of
Why
Ewok
not?
comics.
I literally have too much time. I have seen both of these Ewok movies like 4 times. 4 times. I don't want to see anything else Ewok related in my life. Do you want to know what I did after I watched the Ewoks movies? Because I was just like done. I was like psychically out of it. I needed to clear my head. You want to know what I did?
You watched the bad
Guinea...
guys.
No, I watched Guinea
No.
2, Hours of Flesh and Blood, because that actually awakened my mind with how viscerally disgusting it is, that I was like, oh my god, finally, I'm feeling something again.
You know what? I'm gonna go there. If you were forced to watch one duology with me on loop,
Ewoks!
Or-
Ewoks!
Paul Blart.
Ewoks.
Paul Blart.
you're lying.
No, you're right. You're right.
Paul Blart.
You're literally
Paul
lying.
Blart. Welcome. Paul Blart. Welcome. Paul Blart. Welcome. Paul.
No, I am absolutely calling bullshit. You are not going to convince me that you would sooner sit through the Ewok
I would.
movies
Okay,
than
here's
the
the
bad
thing.
guy movies.
If it was just me sitting through it, maybe I'd do the bad guess. Maybe, just maybe. But with you? Hell no. Hell no, I'm not watching the Ewok. I'm not watching Bad Guys with you. No, I've done that. I've been there. I've done that. I've gotten the T-shirt, and it is hell on earth for me. It is psychic damage heaven.
You've
right
gotten the
there.
T-shirt, and it says "One Fear."
Literally,
Yes, I am 17 years old, and Yinsed scares me.
literally, I was perfectly normal when we watched the second movie.
Normal.
No, you were not.
You were
Yes, I
you were
was.
normal, the Garfield character.
Yeah. Just because I have the
You
hots
were
for
not normal, and you were drunk to boot. We were trolling you. We were trolling you, making you suffer by going back to the Universal logo over and over again, and you were crashing out because we were sick of your bullshit.
Sick of it.
The bullshit in
Okay, we need to
question-
get back to the Ewoks.
the
We're getting back
bullshit
to
in
the
question
Ewoks.
being me appreciating the film's animation and
No,
writing.
it was not that. Chat, we're not going into this. We're going back to the Ewoks.
So Paul Blart Mall Cop,
Fine.
good movie.
Yes, Paul Blart World Cup was a good movie. I you know what? I was so happy because like more movies need the Rainforest Cafe in them. Not only do they just need it in them, not just as like a cameo in the background where you can go like, oh, it's hey, but as a major set piece that's important to the plot.
See,
Like, why didn't the Ewoks have Rainforest?
that's right.
If
Yeah.
that
What do
though-
the Ewoks have? Rainforest. What does Paul Blart have? Rainforest Cafe. There
Yeah,
you
they
go.
need
See?
to
It
have
would
the
literally
cafe
be
aspect.
perfect if they were to do like a reboot of the Ewoks like 30 years later and they go into the modern human world. The climax should take place in a rainforest cafe. It would be perfect.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten an Ewok reboot. Well, not
Yeah, they
reboot per
haven't really
se.
done much with the Ewoks in general.
Yeah.
Since
I
the
think it's just because
80s.
they're kind of more focused on either like Clone Wars era stuff.
Oh yeah,
or,
and like Mandalorian stuff and
right.
shit like that.
yeah, so they're not really interested. That's the thing though, is like they've been constantly doing stuff within the gap of like 3 and 4. I want to see more about the gap between 6 and 7.
Honestly, yeah.
The joke wasn't intended there, but I'm gonna do it anyway. 6, 7.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think
No,
you're
I
lying.
actually
I
am
know.
curious. I am actually very curious. Like, what the hell happened?
Yeah,
Like,
you'd
it's-
think
it's
by
just
now-
like there's-
You'd think by now we'd have another Ewok show, and it's just like, yeah, again, more baby slop. So it's like heavily CGI. There's just like a bunch of Ewoks. You know, they're like kind of they're kind of like Ewoks, but like Star Wars Detour versions of Ewoks, where it's just the ugly CGI, like, and it goes on for 3 seasons. I'm surprised they haven't done that on Disney Plus yet.
No, if they were to do an Ewok show now, I would much prefer they do the puppets. I know they're not going to, because you know how they love their CGI slop nowadays.
Yeah.
But I would much rather have them do the traditional puppets and suits.
No, yeah, that would be
the appeal.
I feel like that's the thing. Like with puppets, I feel like that's what makes puppets so transcendent of regardless of age. I feel like puppet media anybody of any age can enjoy, because I don't know, because like as a kid I love Thomas the Tank Engine, I love those models, I love that stuff, and I feel like as an adult I've grown to still appreciate that Thomas the Tank Engine. And then I look at CGI Thomas and I just go, oh, it's baby stuff.
Oh my god. Me with Bob the Builder. I remember because I used to babysit this kid when I was like maybe 13, 14. And so we had some Bob the Builder VHS tapes from back when I was a child. And we would show her those Bob the Builder ones where it was still like stop motion animation.
Were they like the yellow Bob the Builder tapes? Like they're colored yellow?
Yeah. Those. So we would show them to her. But then sometimes I would like take care of her over at her house, and I would put on like what was it, like, fuck, I forgot what the baby station was that it showed on.
Playhouse Disney, fucking.
No, it wasn't
PBS.
Playhouse Disney.
PBS.
It was one of the ones that did it. It was one of the ones that did it all day. Yeah, Sprout. It was Sprout.
Sprout, yes, I do remember Sprout.
Yeah.
And it was CGI, and I went like, oh, it looks awful.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. You know, it took me years to figure out that Bob the Builder's actually British. I didn't know it was originally a British show because
me neither.
I watched the American dub all my life. I eventually found out Thomas was British because it's like, okay, yes, occasionally I'd find the Ringo Starr dubs and I'd be like, oh, okay, it's originally from England, fine. And then we got it redubbed with George Carlin and Alec Baldwin. But then it took me a long time to realize, because one day I just remember finding Bob the Builder and it was like a British version. I'm just like, what the fuck? They dub it over there? Why? But then it's like, oh no, that's the original. Oh, they're British? Yeah. What?
Oh yeah, we are the ones dubbing.
That's bizarre to me.
There are quite a few shows like that for me where I didn't realize that they were originally from Britain until later. There was this one animated adaptation of Peter Rabbit that came out when I was younger. That was also a similar thing where I'm like, oh, they're British. Yeah.
James Corden.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I guess doesn't surprise me too much because the original author, Beatrix Potter, is from Britain.
I mean, that is the most British sounding woman's name ever. Beatrix Potter.
Yeah.
But okay, to bring it back, because honestly, I think this does apply. I'll give the Ewok movies one compliment. I do have a compliment for these movies. It's a very small compliment. And that is, I do like the physical and practical effects of these movies. A lot of them are not great, but like,
yeah,
I don't know. I like the stop motion, like fish things that they ride in the second movie. I like the crappy makeup on Gorax, like this giant in the first movie. I like the puppet spiders and the obviously gym net spider web that they get caught on in the first movie. And you know, just like occasionally you see like stop motion and like the fairies in the first movie, which I found out about this. I posted this in the chat. I found out because I was watching through the credits. The Pixie animation, one of the credited animators for it is Henry Selick. I don't know if it's the same guy, but I'm going to assume it is.
Okay.
I mean, the timeline seems about right.
Yeah. Mid 80s, and then Nightmare Before Christmas was 93, so that was a couple years away. But my point is, I really like. Well, I like it enough, not to the point that I consider these movies good or that I would want to watch them again. But they're the reason why it's not a half-star movie for me. It's more like a full star, because it's like I really do appreciate that mid 80s practical effects vibe to these movies. It's like they're not quite the level of the original trilogy, but they're trying to be the original trilogy, and I appreciate that more than if it was CGI or whatever. It was the mid 80s, so they wouldn't have realistically been able to do CGI for these.
Yeah, it would have been prohibitively expensive.
Right.
But that's my point. Like, at the very least, these are slop. I hate these movies, but at least it wasn't the worst thing ever, because it's like, the practical effects were kind of cool.
They tried in some regards. I just feel like I wish they tried harder in regards to the script.
Script? Question mark?
But again, the Ewoks themselves, Deej, Chukatuk.
Honestly, they kind of scare me. Like, the thing is,
skill issue. That's a skill issue. I'm sorry.
They have their teeth
adorable.
Out, like, all the time.
You don't think the way that Wicket learns English, like, yes, it breaks continuity, but it's cute. How can you not? It's a fucking adorable.
Sindel.
I honestly, here's the thing. I feel like the costumes were not made with them being main characters in mind.
No.
There's not enough facial articulation at all for anything to actually really resonate, because I'm just looking into their cold, doll-like eyes and looking at the weird, teeth.
Yeah.
I'm just like...
you bring up a good point. They were not meant to be main characters, because of the costuming. It's the same reason why, someone like Jar Jar wasn't meant to be a main character. He's funny in Regulation, like in Phantom Menace, where he's just like, we said we're gonna be free or whatever. Whereas there's certain Clone Wars episodes I've gotten to where he's just the main character, and he's surrounded by other Gungans. So for 5 or 10 minutes, it's just two Gungans going back and forth, being like, "Yosa, we need to attack, sir. It's just like, oh my god, this is so fucking grating. Like, that's what I'm in agreement. Like, Jar Jar totally fucking sucks. Where it's like, at least in Phantom Menace, he's not on screen every second. Like, they take a break and go to other cool things. So that's my point. It's like, these are characters that are not meant to be explored that deeply, So the Ewoks, it's the same thing. They're just meant to be like, oh, they save Leia and they help the stormtroopers they help fight the stormtroopers. Whereas now they're the main character, and we have Wicket in every scene where he's just going like, "Kush, kush, furries, Sindel." It's
and then you get
shut up.
You get a close up on his face, and there's no movement whatsoever.
Yeah,
and there's hardly even blinking.
Furries, Sindel. It's like, oh, this is agonizing. This is the worst.
But going back to the puppetry, I think they have some physical moments that I think are pretty funny and wholesome. Again, not just Wicket, because I know all their names.
I don't. I still don't.
And,
you've said them several times. I've forgotten every time.
So let's see. Are we counting the ones in general or just the ones in this movie?
Wicket is literally the only Ewok name I will ever remember.
Yeah, no, because Papalou's not in this movie. Tebow's not in this movie.
Tim
Ewok
Tebow?
Elder, he might have been.
There was an Elder Ewok, where he's just shaking the staff, and he's just like, "Go on your adventure." But it's not as cool as Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah. Princess Nisa is not in this one, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Logray is not in this one. There's Chukatuk. He's the one that dies. And the reason I know that, because Puff tried to accuse me of lying about that, is because they literally say his name in the opening where Deej is flying in the air for surveillance, and Wicket has to stay behind.
Nuts.
I recognize you.
Very nice.
How dare you accuse me of lying and just looking this stuff up? I'm invested because the Ewok species is my favorite species in Star Wars. I'm not joking.
I mean, they're cute little teddy bears. There's not much to hate unless you actually watch the movies and you're, old and grizzled like we are. It's this sucks. But again, Return of the Jedi, perfectly fine with the Ewoks. I think they're perfectly fine. I think, plenty of children had Ewok plushies back in the early 80s, and that's perfectly fine with me.
That's fine. It's normal to think they're cute. It's just more of how do I put it?
These movies suck.
Yeah, these movies just fucking suck. Because, literally before I watched these movies, I also liked the Ewoks. They weren't my favorite, but, I liked them. I thought they were cute, and then I watched these, and it was just an overload of like
Bad.
waving. Yeah, just like waving it in your face like it's a baby sensory
Jingling
video.
keys.
Like, oh, yeah, jingling fucking keys, and I'm an old lady now. I can't. This doesn't work on me. It made me want to kill myself.
Yeah. Look, there's other baby slop I can enjoy. This is not it, Chief.
Well, good thing I know some baby slop that you can watch right after this. I'm gonna type
You're
it in
right.
the chat.
Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
No,
Paul Blart Mall
Mall
Cop
Cop
is
is high
perfect
cinema.
slop.
Yeah. Paul
Yeah,
Blart
you're
Mall
right.
Cop.
You're right. It's pink slop. You're right.
It
It's
is.
pink slop.
It is perfect slop. Paul Blart Mall
Oh,
slop.
yeah.
Perfect.
Big slop.
Oh no.
Big
Chat,
slop.
how do we? I'm reporting this. I'm reporting this for harassment.
Nope. Nice try. Not gonna work.
Spam? I'm reporting it for spam right
You were
now.
the one. You were the one
Delete
that
it.
said. You were the one that said pig slop. Were you
This
not?
is no. I said peak slop. Fuck
Peak
you.
slop. Peak.
Uh-huh.
Peak. That sounds like an Ewok is saying it. Peak.
This is harassment, Yinsed. This is
I don't know.
actual harassment.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling Hal the slop, the baby slop that
Now
he
I
should
can't
watch.
look in chat anymore.
Yeah, this is worse than the Chud episode where Brian posted the farting browser gif and I had to look at that for an hour the whole time. This is post something else so I can look at something else, for crying out loud. No, no, get it out. Give me the fat Brian gif. I'll take the fat Brian gif.
I'm gonna put in the shower scene from Terrifier.
Yeah. Do that.
All right,
Fuck
fine.
you.
I'll delete them. You sure you don't want to get one more good look, Hal?
No.
Right here.
Shower scene.
This is
Hovering.
I'm trying to find it.
Fine.
Oh, thank God. Okay,
Thank you.
I'm just looking at the red cross from the F movies or whatever the fuck.
1, 2, 3 movies.
1, 2, 3.
Which is a site that we do not use. We always watch our movies legally.
Yeah.
On too many movies.
On Disney Plus.
On Disney.
Yeah.
Fucks.
Yeah. We are totally.
That was where we watched
Paul Blart Mall Cop
movies.
Yeah, that's where we watched Paul Blart Mall Cop.
On Disney
They should
Plus.
put Paul Blart Mall Cop. They should make Paul Blart Mall Cop like the new mascot of Disney Studios.
Hell yes.
Yeah. Mickey's image has been a bit
Fuck Mickey.
by the Iger. by the Iger.
The mouse is out. The Blart is in.
Yeah.
So Ewoks. Guess what, folks? The movies me and Puff said were terrible back 3 years ago. They're still terrible. My opinions have not changed on these movies. Shocking to say.
If anything, this has proven that Yinsed has just been baiting me this whole time.
Yeah. Look.
No, I defend. Like I said, the movies themselves, I will concede, they are not good. I think that they are both better than Rise of Skywalker, unironically.
I mean, yeah, that's hard to get any lower than Rise of Skywalker, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just because I remember what you said when we were talking about it in chat. The worst sin, in your opinion, that a movie can be is boring and forgettable. I'm not really like that. I think that if a movie is just like bland, because that's really what they are. Like, there are like individual moments that I think are elements that I think are bad, but on the whole, they're just like, meh, like whatever. Like, again, I think the Ewoks themselves, they have their moments, either with each other or sometimes when they're playing off the other humans.
I don't really feel like they do, though.
I
think some of it is just based on like you had a pre-existing hyperfixation on Ewoks, and so the movies appealed to you a lot more, and you found those characterizations. While me and Hal, we just don't really give that much of a shit about the Ewoks, other than like, yeah, okay, they're kind of cute in Return of the Jedi. So we literally got nothing out of it. We felt nothing.
I still don't remember anything from these movies, and this is my third time. This is my third time watching Battle for Endor. My second time watching Caravan of Courage. Nothing. Like, I don't remember anything about these movies. They're that forgettable. This is not me saying like, oh, maybe 3 years down the line. No, I'm never watching these movies again. I'm putting my foot down.
Ideally, I never will too, because they're not even like funny bad. Like, the only time I feel like I might show it to someone is if they're a huge Star Wars fan, and they've been pissing me off. Like, I'll be like, hey, oh, you're a huge Star Wars fan? You know what? You should watch the Ewoks movies. Actually, they're so underrated. You should watch them.
You should watch some Ewok movies. They're so underrated. Motherfucker. Watch them. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm in total agreement with that.
One of the really annoying ones, like, that still harps on, like, The Last Jedi, I'll be like, oh, you'd probably like the Ewok movies then.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, no. Everybody make your friends, your huge Star Wars fans who have not seen these movies, be like, really gas them up, being like, yeah, they're underrated. Make sure you use the word underrated. Be really obnoxious with that.
Yeah, anybody who's annoying about Star Wars, you gotta like tell them about the Ewoks movie.
Tell her about it.
I feel like anybody who thinks The Last Jedi is the worst Star Wars movie should probably
kill themselves.
Yeah, they should probably kill themselves.
Well, yeah, should probably. They probably have.
Because usually those people are chuds anyways, so, like, do a favor.
And not the cool kind, like Bud the Chud.
Yeah, right. Bud the Chud's the only good chud. Yeah. He's a chud traitor because he's actually cool.
Yeah. No. No.
I thought y'all weren't looking at the chat. Thought y'all weren't looking at the chat anymore. I didn't.
I am doing this on my computer. I have to look at chat.
Yeah, I'm screen recording our call right now. This is what I do for the podcast. So all I see is the chat.
Good to know.
Oh. All right.
I'm just trying to help, because since y'all said y'all didn't like the Ewok movies, I
swear to God, I would literally rewatch all of the Guinea Pig movies, including American Guinea Pig, which are all, like, really bad. The American Guinea Pig movies are really bad. Then deal with this right now.
What's a bad movie other than... I think these are literally the only bad movies me and Puff have talked about, because I was going to say, like, I'd rather watch this movie that me and Puff have talked about on the podcast.
Yeah, but, like,
we've talked about House. We've talked about Dunes.
Dune.
I guess Children of Dune was lame. I guess I would rather rewatch Children of Dune than this, because that is James McAvoy.
Yeah, we get to see him turn into a worm.
Yeah, Mirror Mask was good. Nope was good. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, Puff has a really good track record on the podcast.
This means we got to talk about the Guinea Pig movies, because there are some stinkers in the Guinea Pig.
Sure.
The Japanese Guinea Pig.
That's fair. That's entirely
fair. I've been
fair.
arguing about Japanese Guinea Pig. It's just more like, how do I put it? I don't want to be the only one who's seen them.
Right, I've seen Guinea Pig 4 because you showed us that one time.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Guinea Pig 4 is like the most accessible Guinea Pig.
Right, yeah. I'd probably like them.
You need to watch them in order to understand what's going on.
No, it's an anthology series. Although you wouldn't like it, Yinsed. You would not. Anything.
No, he'd love it. Wink, wink. He'd love these movies.
Listen. After accidentally putting him onto Terrifier, not knowing he hadn't even seen Saw, he needs to watch the Saw movies first before he needs a basic education in extremity before he starts delving deeper.
I mean, fine. Yeah, you do got to start Saw before you get to Terrifier. That's fair.
Since we brought up Dune, though, maybe if I'm able to come to Ohio and we see it together, we can talk about Messiah.
Yeah, maybe.
Higher Dunes? Higher Dunes?
Yeah, Higher Dunes.
Higher Dunes.
Because, I'm very... Yeah, we get to talk about because we do get to talk about Dune Messiah. I need to reread it, but I'm probably going to wait until...
Yes, this is going to be the summer of Dune. I'm going to be rereading the books. Maybe not watching all of the adaptations, but definitely the Denis Villeneuve
And David
two that have
Lynch.
come out so far.
And David Lynch.
You should watch all of the adaptations of Dune, because one of the things, like, not to get off topic too much, is, I mean, honestly, this whole thing has been us getting off topic.
We don't have like most of we don't have that much to say. Like, even as somebody who does not hate these movies as much as and Hal, as you can tell, we don't really have a whole lot to say about them as movies.
But yeah,
so David Lynch's Dune.
But yes, anyways, the thing that's really interesting when you watch all the different adaptations of Dune is seeing how they build upon each other and build the cinematic, or at least like film lore of Dune and the way that it is portrayed. And things like, say, like David Lynch's Dune influenced things like how the voice is portrayed, navigators, like stuff like that. Honestly, I still am a 2000s miniseries like Dune shooter till the day I die, just because I think a lot of the things that it does, especially aesthetically, are like so good, and it is probably still the closest to the book in regards to like adaptation wise. So I do think it is worth watching for that alone, if you're wanting something that's a little closer and truer to the book without reading a book.
I'm an English major, Raven. I read.
But I still think it's worth it, because like there's certain things that they do in those movies, especially aesthetically, that I really like. Also, it has the best Baron, in my opinion.
Okay.
It is worth going through. Now, the Children of Dune is.
You can probably take your time on that one.
You can skip it if you want, but like I think watching every version of Dune.
If I could do it, you could do it, Yinsed.
Yeah. It's not even that hard. It's like what, like.
We did it in a week's time. Remember, we did that. I think we did both series like in a week's time.
Yeah, we did like both series in a week's time. Like the thing is, like the Dune miniseries is literally just 3 movie-length episodes.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, I thought it was longer. I don't remember if you had you shown it to us in the.
It was.
I showed Children of Dune. I remember that much.
I remember. Yeah, no, it was like a week time. It was like all week we met up, and it was like me, Puff, William, and Buster was there too. We just watched through. Well, maybe Buster was Children of Dune. I don't remember, but like
Buster. I think Buster showed up, and he kind of liked the vibes more.
Yeah.
The Villeneuve, because he has like issues with.
But he liked the cool hats. Remember in the first Dune miniseries, the cool hats. So many cool hats.
Dude. The costuming is also really.
I love the cool hats.
Like the thing about the 2000s Dune is I feel like it really leans into the space opera of it all. And I do think the Villeneuve does try to keep it a bit more grounded, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like I like the Villeneuve movies. I'm gonna refrain from my judgment of the changes in 2 until like Messiah comes out, though.
Now I have
issues. And my issues with the ways they changed it, but if they build upon it well with Messiah, then I might change my tune.
You know what? That's what Ewoks was missing, was cool hats. We needed more cool hats.
Yeah, Ewoks was missing cool hats and worms.
Yeah.
Missing worms.
No worms, no cool hats.
No
and also the Baron. If they had a character like the Baron in the Ewoks, that would have made it peak fiction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Baron Harkonnen.
So yeah,
here's a picture of the Baron to make up for.
Oh, he's smoking.
He's hitting that pipe.
He got the stogie. Yeah, that's what Barrett needs. He needs a stogie. He needs to be talking about. Oh, okay. We don't need to see that one. I don't need to see his moves. All right, editor, block that out. Oh wait, I'm the editor. I'm gonna black that out.
Don't worry.
This is not YouTube safe.
All right, here's another Dune.
No, we're a family-friendly channel.
I am reporting this for spam. I am literally reporting this for spam.
It is Messiah.
I'm reporting it for ham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Ewoks.
Wait. Last thing. Since we always end on the DVD side of things.
The DVD side of things.
I have the DVDs instead of Puff, please. I think I deserve it more.
You deserve
quite,
it.
Quite honestly, I think with how much y'all have talked about how defeated, y'all are not going to use these for shit. Give them to somebody.
They're for decoration.
And take care of them.
Okay.
I told you I'm literally a proud owner of hip hop.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Yinsed. As much convincing as you've done, Puff is going to be the proud owner of the Ewok movies. They're the next in line for Ewoks. Listen, you get the Meg, okay? Remember, you still get the Meg DVD. I've kept that one in movie purgatory, so you can have the Meg, and then Puff gets Ewoks.
All right.
Yeah,
I see how it is.
I have three movies in movie purgatory: Ewoks, which is going to Puff; Meg, which is going to you; and then I still have William's fuck ass 9 Lives of Fritz the Cat Blu-ray that I'm gonna give to him. So you better watch out, William.
All right. I will take the Meg duology because I'm the shark.
No,
guy.
It's just the first movie. I wasn't gonna get
you don't have the second one. All right,
No.
I'll get the second one on my own.
Yeah.
I'll get these movies on my own.
Yeah,
because I want to own. They're trash, but they're my trash.
That's
I wanna
fine.
own trash too.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, this is another installment of Star Wars Summer, the summer of Star Wars, folks. Even though we've been here before, we came to the last. This is just like the Star Wars sequels. We're back here, and guess what? We came to the same conclusion. We defeated the Empire. So, wow, what a great time. That's okay. We talked about Dune. And Paul Blart.
We got to talk about some good stuff,
like Paul Blart.
Amidst all the Paul Blart. Paul Blart was fine.
Now, what if Paul Blart was in Dune?
Yeah.
No, now that would be cinema.
That would be cinema, indubitably.
What if Paul Blart was in The Bad Guys 3?
All right, that's it.
Watch it.
Movie over. Episode over. Episode over.
If they were to get
hovering.
Hovering. Climax took place in a Rainforest Cafe. Would you? Wait,
what the fuck is this? I can change your region to Brazil. All right, that's it. You're going to Brazil. That's it. You're in Brazil. All right, bye everybody.
Bye. Wait, we gotta shout out our socials.
You've been here before. What's your social? Yinsed and Puff.
Find me on Blue Sky at Yinsed at Blue Sky Social, and you can find me on Letterboxd. My name is just Yinsed, and the same is for YouTube.
I'm not telling my socials. You'll find me when you need me most.
Yeah. All right, you're in Brazil now. Go away.